again to Senior Focus. I'm your host, Bill Adams. Senior Focus comes to you a couple times each month through Armstrong Cable Channel 20. And we bring you information, hopefully, that you can use in your daily life, or things about folks over the age of about 50 or so. But again, if you are younger than that, you may know people in your family who this could benefit. And we also want to thank, before we get started, Keith Kaiser and the Mill Creek Metro Park System. Again, we're coming to you from the Davis Visitor Center, and we certainly encourage you to come down and visit. It's at Fellows Riverside Gardens off Mahoning Avenue. And today we're going to have 3 guests with us, and they're from the Mahoning County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and they're all from Javits Court in Austintown, and specifically the center at Javits Court there. And I'll introduce them, I guess, from my immediate left, or from the left of your screen, as you see, is Ashley Handel, and then we have Patty Hooks, and we have Toni Scurpa on the far right. Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Why don't we start with you, Ashley, and maybe you can introduce yourself and what you do, and just a little bit of a thumbnail sketch of what the center does, and maybe some contact information. You don't have to do all that at once, but anyway, just introduce yourself.
My name is Ashley Handel. I'm the Habilitation Center Director at the Center at Javits Court. We're a day program, and we provide services to individuals who are eligible for County Board services, who meet the criteria for medically fragile, or if they're of the senior population, 55 years or older.
Okay.
And this is Patty. And she is one of our program aides. We have about 11 program aides who work with us at this center, and that's why she's here today to talk a little bit about that. Yeah,
we'll talk with Patty. And then Toni, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Toni Scurpa. I'm the Director of Day Services, and under that umbrella falls the center at Javits Court, but we also have 2 other programs, Michelle Masco and Beth Masco, that I have oversight over.
And we were talking, I went out to the center, and Toni, we were talking just yesterday about there's going to be a real need for this. There is a need now, but you're actually going to be maybe needing to expand the services. And I guess that's just part of the growing senior population we have in our area.
Yes, our population is growing. The senior population is growing, and individuals who have medical conditions. And at this point, Ashley's building is getting close to capacity. So as a county board, we are researching our options and seeing where we could possibly locate or expand upon the program.
Mm-hmm. And that might include the Boardman?
That is a possible site.
Okay.
There's nothing definite at this time.
Okay. And Ashley, again, you've been doing this how long? Or I guess with the board, and then specifically with what you're doing now?
I've been with the county board for about 5 years now. I was previously a service and support administrator in the community services department, and I've been at the center for just about a year now as their director.
And what time does just give us an idea of like an average day? I know there aren't really exactly average days, but what time do people start at the center, and how does the day run?
We have staff there at 8 o'clock. About 8:45, transportation starts coming in with the individuals that we serve, and they stay till about 3 o'clock. And throughout the day, we provide different services, activities, both on the senior side, rehabilitation side. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy. We have speech therapy. And we contract with another agency that comes in and provides those every day for us. We also have a spa, a pool, where we provide pool therapy for the individuals, not only in our building, but from our 2 other workshops who are eligible for those services. So they come over and they receive therapy in our pool. We have different activities that come in as well. We have yoga once a week, and our seniors really seem to enjoy that. And then we also have an art teacher who comes in, and she does programming with both habilitation and seniors, and she does different activities that are modified to their level of participation. So
it's tailored to the individual, what they can do. And that
yes.
Kind of thing. Well, speaking of activities, and why don't we talk with Patty here for a little bit? Could you explain what your job is? What do you do during the day when you come in?
I take all the kids for a walk, then I do activity with them. Do arts and crafts and everything with them.
And I see you brought some things.
Yeah.
Why don't we, if you could, would you mind showing some of the things that you've worked on?
We do Valentine stuff and all of that down there. We do different kind of stuff. We make frames. We used to do light Christmas bulbs. We do a lot of stuff down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're right around Valentine's Day
Yes.
right now, and
We
so
do-
I guess go ahead. Yeah.
We do some of these down there too.
Mm-hmm.
I help out a lot too.
So do you work with one particular person, or do you work with a bunch of people?
We work with a bunch of people back there in my Bay Area.
Mm-hmm. And are there other folks that do the same job as you?
Lavoy do.
Mm-hmm. So and you have, so there are a few people that are, it's program aide is your position?
Yes, we have 11 in our building that assist us throughout the
Mhm.
day. They provide assistance in helping individuals on and off transportation. They transport a lot of the individuals around our building who may need to go to the nursing clinic throughout the day.
Mhm.
They help take them to and from activities in the building. They help with the setup of activities and lunches, general housekeeping tasks, anything that will help with the skill developments that we work on through the day and implementing individuals' plans.
I see you have some other things here. Is that for Christmas or sort of a snow type?
Yeah, we do this on Christmas time too. We make
Mhm.
snow things.
And what about this one over here? It looks like it's a painting or a drawing.
Yeah, we do this too, arts and crafts too. Sometimes I do this.
And so you'll do you talk with the folks and say, you know, you explain what you're going to do that day and
Yeah, well, I told them I'm gonna help you do this in the
Mhm.
Bay Area, so I help them out.
When Patty's talking about her pod area, she works on a side of the building that's mainly focused on individuals with habilitation and sensory needs.
Mhm.
So a lot of the art projects that they do on that side of the building require hand-over-hand assistance. So she may help someone paint their heart or glue something on by assisting them and kind of guiding them with their hands.
Sure, so it's kind of like a team. You work
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, why don't you show the picture there?
This is some Valentine hearts.
Mhm.
We do this too at Arts and Crafts. We work with Alice here.
And this is an example of the hand-over-hand assistance. This was an individual who was in a habilitation group who did this project. So the art teacher came in and everyone did these things, and our staff and our program aides assisted the individuals who need assistance in drawing and coloring. So these were all hand-over-hand materials.
Well, that's very beautiful. And you know, I know it's not just the paintings though that you do and these kind of arts and crafts. When I was there the one day, you were making pizzelles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And is that something new with the cooking and?
We actually implemented a cooking class maybe about 6 months ago.
Mhm.
So the individuals in the building from all of the areas participate voluntarily in the cooking class.
Mhm.
One day we make a list. We go shopping at a local supermarket where we can work on money skills and cognitive tasks, things like that. And then the second day, they get the recipe out, they follow the recipe, they're in our kitchen
Mhm.
making the materials, and then generally after that, we all get to enjoy it.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, we do. I do this one. We do this one at work too. We
Mhm.
decorate it. We do a lot of stuff there with the client.
And this is probably a good point to let people know, and that's part of why we're doing this particular show, is if somebody is interested in joining or becoming a member there at the center, what would they do and how do they contact you? And I don't know, if Toni, you want to start with that?
To receive services at the center, you have to be eligible for county board services. And that is done through the Community Services Department, that you would call there and make a referral to intake, and then they would complete an assessment to determine eligibility. Once an individual is determined eligible for services through the county board, then they're eligible for any service that we provide.
Okay, what are some of the eligibility requirements? Are they a combination of medical and financial? Is that?
Financial is not one of the components. The first component is, in order for somebody to even have an assessment administered, is they have to have a proof, documented evidence of a developmental disability prior to the age of 22.
Before 22, okay.
before 22. And then once they meet that criteria, then the assessment would be completed. And that assessment just covers various life skill areas, and there's questions that somebody would sit down and go through with the individual, and they would demonstrate some activities, what they could and couldn't do, and then they will score the assessment and determine if the person meets eligibility.
And just again, to clarify, people aren't actually living at the center, correct?
Correct. It's just a day program where individuals come in the morning and leave in the afternoon.
And if either one of you want to talk about, so where would folks be living at that come to the center? Are they coming from all different homes, or all over Mahoning County, I guess? Maybe just, maybe how does that work? Where do people?
Individuals that attend the center live in a variety of residential settings in the community. They can come from family homes. There's individuals that live in nursing homes. Some individuals can or may live independently in the community. So it's available to anybody who meets the criteria for eligibility.